In this video, I am going to show you how to get all the volume and make it last all week, whether you go days on end between washes or wash more frequently. The Volume Queen is here to boost your volume with 5 easy ways to get you the volume of your dreams. Do we think I can say volume anymore? I've been a licensed hairstylist for 16 years, and these are things I apply in my own hair as well as suggestions my clients have found to work to not only get them great volume, but are also easy for them when it comes to their own hair. Let's go. Step 1, round it out. When creating volume, it's important to think of the shape needed to give the look of fullness and volume. Volume can be found in more than just our hair. Take 2 of my dog Brutus's favorite toys, this ball and disc. Because the ball is round, it looks much more voluminous with more shape overall. The disc, while it has a circular shape, it is flat. And I don't know about you, but I certainly don't want flat hair.
Guess I should throw these for him.
You want to think of that roundness in your blow dry when creating volume in your hair. Oftentimes, we only care about seeing max volume and shape throughout the top layer of our hair, so that's what we're focusing on today. The easiest option for getting the roundness and volume in your hair is to use Velcro rollers.
Velcro what?
And before you get overwhelmed, using as little as 3 rollers is enough to change the game when it comes to volume. At the top section of your hair, you will want to place your Velcro rollers in a mohawk section wherever you part your hair. When your hair is dry or warmed up enough, you will then want to take your ends and wrap them around your Velcro roller, simply rolling your hair to your head.
Oh wow, that's so easy.
I suggest using any size between 1.5 to 3 inches depending on how long your hair is, and I will link my favorite ones below. They stay on your head really well and they don't require a pin. Once your rollers are in, you will want to let your hair fully cool down before removing, and I personally like to leave them in while I do my makeup, or sometimes I like to get my 1950s housewife on and I will keep them in while cleaning or cooking. To remove, you simply glide out of your hair, set your style into place, and then finish off with a nice light coating of hairspray, and there we have step 1 for volume. Step 2, bring on the texture. While Velcro rollers are a great way to boost volume, usually after day 2 of a blow dry, the hair starts to lose its fullness and begins to look flat.
Man, how do I get my volume back?
Well, step 2 is going to prevent your hair from staying flat and will give you a whole new look. I want you to think about what a cake looks like before any decorating has been done to it. It has a completely smooth and flat surface, much like how our hair can look further into our week post blow dry. When you start adding decoration to a cake, it immediately starts to have more movement, texture, and a look of volume to it because the eye is seeing so much detail on the cake. Our hair can be the same way. When you add curl to your hair, you immediately create texture, movement, and depth to the hair, which leads to a more voluminous appearance. Now, I know that curling your hair can be a challenge. I've had several clients say that it was a huge struggle for them, but I'm going to show you a simple way to get your curls perfect so you can have that boost of volume midweek. A rotating curling iron is the easiest way to get a perfect curl because it literally does the work for you. Today, we are using the Supra Curl 3-in-1 rotating curling iron from Skin Research Institute. To use it, you simply place your section you're about to curl into the clamp. You want to leave about 1/4 to 1/2 inch of your hair out of the iron. Once in place, you will simply hold the button and it rotates right up your hair. So cool, right? Because curling irons have a circular shape, it allows you to change the texture of your hair. Straight hair lies flat against the head, while curled hair adds dimension and movement, which is what creates the illusion of more volume. When it comes to getting the most volume out of your curls, I want you to think about iron size like makeup brushes. Would you use an eyeshadow brush to apply your foundation to your whole face?
Why is this gonna take so long?
No. What about a blush brush for eyeshadow?
Haven't we been here before?
Both of these ideas sound ridiculous. When it comes to your curls, you want to make sure you are using the appropriate size iron for your length of hair in order to get and keep the most volume. This is where the Supra Curl is really cool because it comes with 3 barrels that you can swap out on the iron. You have 3 size options to choose from, which will be a huge game changer when it comes to your curls. Most hair is not a one size fits all, and having having the options of 3 barrels means that you will be able to create a curl that works for your hair at any length you have. Trust me, that option is a complete game changer, and when you start playing around with all 3 irons, it's pretty endless what you can do. You can get a tighter curl, medium curl, or a loose curl. It is so much fun. Another great way to create the look of even more volume is to change the direction of your curls, which is also easy to do with this iron. Simply set the iron to rotate either left or right to move the curls toward or away from your face. You will be left with ample movement, texture, and volume in your hair, and it is the perfect pick-me-up after your hair has lost some of its volume from day one. The Super Curl Rotating Curling Iron is a great way to add perfect curls that are easy, and I will leave the Super Curl linked below along with a discount code for you to check out yourself. Step 3, get down to the nitty-gritty. Most people who are searching for volume tend to have a fine hair texture. Fine hair is typically very soft to the touch and often has a harder time holding the style that we are trying to create in our hair. Fine hair is sort of like an ice skating rink or an icy road. It has a completely smooth surface that you are more likely to slip on because it's so slick. I'm sure we have all hurt our tailbones in a fall like that. Because fine hair can be so soft, you need to create a little bit of grit to it to enhance your texture, boost volume, as well as helping to hold the style that you are trying to achieve. The perfect product for adding grit to your hair is a texture spray. Texture sprays are meant to be applied to dry hair and can be used to enhance your curls, add volume to your roots, as well as give hold to your hair. You can use a texture spray, in fact, when you curl your hair. You would want to first apply your heat protectant, then a light coating of the texture spray, and then place your hair in the iron. A texture spray is also great to use after you have curled your hair fully or on day 2 or 3 of curls to help add volume and more movement to your hair. I like applying a texture spray by tipping my head upside down, spraying through my hair some, and then I will flip my head back up and lift my hair and apply closer to my root area to boost my volume there. Fluff my hair back into place, and I've got more movement, texture, and volume through my hair. I just love a texture spray, and it is a product I truly can't live without. The only downside is that they can have a strong product feel, and some more than others, so it just comes down to finding the right one that meets your needs. I will link below some of my favorite options, as well as this video I did a while back where I break down multiple products that add grit to your hair outside of a texture spray. So be sure to check that out if you are new to texture sprays or haven't tried them before. Step 4, serve and protect. While all these steps will certainly help you achieve volume, it's important to do all you can to keep your volume throughout your week and protecting it from falling flat. You've got multiple products you've got to use.
Root lifter plus volume mousse equals sexy hair.
You're fighting gravity.
Be real nice if gravity was up instead of down.
Ever heard of humidity?
Ugh, it feels like a swamp out here.
These are all factors in making or breaking your volume, and seeing that you have worked so hard on getting it with our first 3 steps, I want you to protect your volume at all costs. We often only worry about outside factors like the weather when it comes to our hair. Rainy day, you're not leaving home without an umbrella. But what about when you're at home and in the shower? The heat and steam from our shower is like exposing your hair to the worst humidity out there.
Oh my God, I can't breathe. It feels so humid in here.
And you most certainly want to be wearing a shower cap to protect your hair. This protects your hair from any water possibly splashing onto your hair, but also keeps all that heat and steam off of your hair. To apply, you will want to tie your hair into a loose bun on either the top or bottom of your head and place on your cap. You want to do this before you have even turned the water on to warm up, and I will wait to remove my cap until all the steam and warmth from the shower have left the bathroom. This is a small step that may not seem important, but it does make a difference, and it will help you keep your volume throughout your week. Step 5, Sleeping Beauty. Everyone dreams of waking up fresh after a great night's sleep with that perfect tousled bedhead that only seems to happen in the movies.
Beautiful.
Oh no, I'm sure I look terrible. I just woke up. Are you kidding?
But typically that's not a reality. When you're sleeping, the last thing you want is for your voluminous hair to be going every which way, messing up your beautiful hair and leaving you to have to reshape more than you need or maybe intend to between washes. Think back to how we wish gravity was up instead of down. You want to think and try to achieve that in your hair when sleeping. I always recommend wearing your hair in a loose pony at the top of your head when sleeping. This pulls all of your hair up, fighting gravity, to create more volume while you sleep rather than being left down to flatten out. I recommend using a silk scrunchie as these leave the least dent mark in your hair. And remember, this is a loose pony.
So we're not going for a tight, sleek look.
No tight ponies. You should not be pulling tight at your hair. You want the hair to look more messy than smooth, and 2 twists with your scrunchie to secure. In the morning, after you've gotten ready for the day, remove your silk scrunchie and your hair will be looking nice and voluminous. I hope you all enjoyed today's video, and did you know that there's even more ways you can create volume in your hair that we didn't even touch on today? That there are actually rules you should be breaking to get even more volume in your hair? Check out this video right here and I'll explain just what I mean about that.